Okay, because we are playing Mazes In and just testing out the video recording software, I'm just going to be doing tournament practice, no dailies, no one-on-ones. This deck, just like any other deck, is definitely going to want to be on the play. Nothing crazy about this. Let's see here. Alright, we've got 3 unique guild gates, and we've got all the colors. I believe that this is an absolutely keepable hand. We've got some card draw, and we've got some wrath. What we don't have are any fogs, but unless they're going to be coming out the gate swinging, I think that we should be okay. Not sure if this is a great hand, but it's definitely not a mulligan, so we'll go ahead and keep this. Divinations, again, if we're playing against Mono Black, these Divinations and Steam Auguries will definitely help. Merciless Eviction can keep us on, keep us where we need to be. If they drop an early Pack Rats, though, we may be in some trouble. So, just going to start off with a Selesnya Guildgate in case I do start drawing some fogs. Definitely want to have green mana available. Is it Guildgate? We've done extra. Let's see my opponent, please. Yep, so we're probably playing Mono Black. That has taken over the paper metagame as well as everything else. So this hand is definitely a good hand against them. We have, like I said, a number of good card draw effects. So we'll see what they take. We're a ways away from casting this Merciless Eviction. I'd be very surprised if he takes that, but he might end up taking a Divination and following up with another Thoughtseize or Duress to take the second Divination. So we'll see what happens. He's not putting pressure on us, which is fine. One thing that I should note with this hand is that we will need to draw another White Source or Prophetic Prism. Okay, so I took the Divination in order to play Supreme Verdict. This is common. We don't have a Supreme Verdict in hand, so it's not a huge deal. But with the 24 land Mazes index, it is common to get a little mana light hand, so we're hopefully going to be able to draw out of that before too long. So hopefully they'll let us play this other Divination here. And we got a Fog. We're playing 16 of them, so that shouldn't be uncommon. And we'll see if he follows up with a Pack Rats. And Pack Rats. Yep. Okay, well we did find another White Source. We're still running a little shy on Wraths, Verdicts, what have you. Still just going to play the unique Guildgate. We do want to keep a clock up. Unless we're on like the 7th or 8th turn, that's the only time I wouldn't play a unique Guildgate, if I'm just fetching with Mazes In. So I could just get the 9th and 10th Guildgate on the 10th turn. And we'll just go and pass the turn. So hopefully he doesn't... I'm actually kind of hoping he just discards a card and swings with Pack Rats. That'll be the best outcome for me. I'm really hoping he doesn't take my Divination here. We're definitely going to want to draw some cards. Which, okay, so that's going to be the best outcome that we have here. Now we have plenty of fogs to protect us from Pack Rat shenanigans. We'll see what we can get him to discard. Discarding a Hero's Downfall, that's not going to do him too much. So might as well make it a rat. Alright, so we did get the Divination. Next turn he can swing for 6, potentially 8 points of damage, which I think we're just going to have to take it because we really just need to start drawing cards here. And looking for Wraths and more lands. Let's see what we get here. Okay, so we didn't find a Supreme Verdict, but we did get some more lands. And so we'll go ahead and play that. And I think every turn after this, we're going to have to start fogging. Getting down to 10 life, especially when they have a Gray Merchant burnout. Now we do have Riot Control to help us give ourselves a little bit more cushion for Gray Merchant, but right now we're just going to hopefully survive until we can get up to Merciless Eviction mana and pray that he doesn't rip that out of our hands. We do have 6 Wraths. Okay, so he is, yeah, he's going to go for the 8 points, which is as expected. And he's just discarding some removal spells, so those are otherwise dead cards in his hand. Mono Black is fairly interesting matchup. If they have the Pack Rats, that enables them to just turn all of their dead cards against you into threats. If they do not have the Pack Rats, they're usually just kind of sitting around. Which unless they're the Pack Rats, you're not under a whole lot of pressure. Now, this was actually a really good draw. This will allow us to Steam Augury and Fog next turn. So this turn I'm definitely using Riot Control. Even though I could potentially gain more life if he swings with more creatures, the 1 or 2 extra points of life is not as relevant as the fact that it's going to cost me 3 here, and I'd rather save the lower costing Fogs for when I actually want to do things like Steam Auguries and other events in the turn. So this turn, if he tries to Thoughtseize, I'm definitely going to Riot Control in response. So we'll see what he does here. He may just swing with the Mutavault and keep some mana up for something else. He has lethal on the board. Alright, so he's going to Thoughtseize, and he's probably going to take the Merciless Eviction. I don't think I'm going to Riot Control in response here. I'd rather just let him figure out what he's going to take. Either way, I think we're still in fairly good shape. If he takes a Merciless Eviction, we've got 3 turns worth of Fogs plus some Steam Auguries to fetch up what we need to fetch. So we'll let that resolve. Now, of course, Steam Augury not being nearly as good as Fact or Fiction because while you get to construct the piles, they choose which cards go in your hand. And with Thoughtseize, it's kind of hard to bait your opponent into giving you a stack of 4 cards. Some opponents, when they don't see your hand, you can put a Fog in one column and then 4 cards in the other and kind of let them believe that you don't have any Fog effects in your hand when you might already have 2 or 3. So either way, we should be getting 2 or 3 cards off the Steam Augury. I don't think there's going to be any scenario where I do a 1 and 4, especially now that he knows kind of what we're dealing with. We don't have Amazes in yet, but that's not too big a deal. We'll see what we can find with Steam Augury here. I'm not going to waste anyone's time. I'm just going to go ahead and do this before combat and just see if we can get the turn over with. Like I said, the life gain isn't too necessary. I'm basically just all I'm doing is trying to put myself out of Grey Merchant range. I think at this point I can survive a Grey Merchant or 2. Depends on what he plays here. Alright, so Azorius Guildgate is good. Again, I'm basically my entire goal this turn is to Steam Augury and then Fog. If he does Thoughtseize me again this time, I'm definitely going to Fog in response, because I really want to get some cards off of our Steam Augury. I'm intentionally not F6ing. I'm not very good at Magic Online, and I have skipped relevant turns, so you have to bear with me as I play a little slower than probably some of the other videos you're used to watching. I guess he's just discarding things for no reason, because he's got lethal. He doesn't need to continue to make Pat Rats. Unless he just wants to. He just likes rats. He knows the exact makeup of my hand. I played the Azorius Guildgate that I played, so there's no reason to bluff anything here. And next turn I can do the same thing with a Druid's Deliverance Steam Augury, so I've got 2 fairly good turns of drawing several cards to get me where I need to go. I'm pretty certain if I put a Mazes in any pile, he's not going to let me have it, so that if I get a Mazes in here, this is going to go in the 2 pile. But I'll probably put it with a Fog. I imagine this is going to be a Gray Merchant or an Underworld Connections. Yep, Underworld Connections. And that is fine. Not quite the end phase, but he's passing priority, so we'll see what we get here. Alright, so we did get a Mazes in. We also got Verdict. So one of our piles is going to have a Verdict. And I think I'm just going to do this. So let's see. I definitely have the colors I need. One of them does not give me a Mazes in, but that's okay. I get another Fog. I get to get rid of his things. Mutavaults are not super threatening at the moment. I can't see him giving me this. Oh, he's just going to give me this game. Okay, well, I guess because it's tournament practice and nothing's really on the line, then he didn't feel the need to keep playing. So, again, this is just a video test, not so much a deck test, and just see where this takes us. Thank you.